Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Grand River Raceway for a Friday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 20 minutes. Track listed is fast, a little cooler. Temperature will be recorded as 16 degrees Celsius. I see we don't have the broken clouds listing any longer. Scattered clouds today. We are having a graphics issue right now, and we're just going to get the graphics popped up. I'm not sure what that scenery is. That can't be downtown Elora. Is there that many tall buildings in Elora? Maybe I should go over there and check it out. But we'll have the graphics up in a second. We've got about 19 minutes to post time once again. Now, track listed is fast. The announcer listed is slow. 9 races for your harness racing enjoyment. We'll have the changes coming up in just a moment. No broken clouds, though. And looking at the changes, race number 1, scratched, is number 2, Houston Sealster. Houston Sealster will not be lifting off in the first race. Apparently has a problem. Houston Sealster scratched. No changes, race 2. No changes, race 3. No changes in the 4th. No changes, race number 5. Race number 6, number 4, Run Like Hill, scratched. Seventh race, no changes. Eighth race, 1, Twin Biarchi steel to aluminum shoes up front. And the ninth race, no changes. No changes, race number 9. Once again, reviewing races 1 and 2. Race number 1, number 2, Houston Sealster is scratched. And the second race has no changes. Well, fans, we're at 17 minutes to post time. Time to welcome in my co-host, our handicapping expert, and our London Bureau Chief, Sugar Doyle. How are you doing, Shug?
We're doing all right, Gary. The temperature is remaining around that 20-degree mark, which I absolutely love this time of year, and all set for a Friday evening at the river. Big weekend of racing in Ontario. I mean, Woodbine Mohawk Park's got a couple of big cars this evening and into tomorrow night, and then Clinton with the Charity Drivers Challenge. It's been going a long time. I'm going to take that in on the Sunday. Bojangles in to go later this evening.
Wow, you got you got your whole weekend all mapped out. Lots of harness racing
Pretty
action.
much.
You know what's also going on this weekend? The Toronto Blue Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers. And I got to tell you, when I walked in, my good buddy Jeff, who's worked here a long time, he's negative about the Blue Jays' chances of staying in first place. He's just leaning into the negativity. He is the one that a month ago I told you Jeff said the Jays are fake news. But
Well,
come on, man, be
what what
positive.
what what does first place mean anyway? Is that like a home field advantage come playoff time, or what's the good of first place?
I was going to give you the dumbass answer and just say first means you're not second, third, or fourth. What do you mean? What is first place? No, yeah, you if you get the top 2 spots, you can get a bye. So
Oh, there,
two of the division
there
winners
then.
get a bye. But also, you don't want to be a
This,
wild
this
card team. You want
well,
to win the division. And come on, Jeff, get on board.
yeah, exactly. And I can see where the buy comes in because I'm sure a few of their players could use some time, to get set for a big run.
Yeah, we're getting a bye next week, Monday and Tuesday. We got a couple bye days there.
Saw that. I mean,
Well,
busy weekend for me. I think I'm working pari-mutuel. We're going to look after simulcasting here tomorrow evening, so I'm going to take the Monday off and maybe even Tuesday as well.
and then also next week, Next Thursday, Flamber opens. But you know what's actually
Oh boy.
slightly more important than Flamber opening next Thursday? The NFL season starts.
Oh yeah.
That's slightly more
That's
important.
that's always an exciting time. I do prefer that NFL Sunday action. I mean, that's I don't have a favorite team to follow,
Oh, that's good
but
news.
Amy O'Toole right
Listen,
here, great team player with the Raceway. She's a big Bills fan, so I cheer her on always. So I'm going to cheer her Bills.
yeah, Garnet Barnsdale, Bills fan. You're wearing the blue of the Grand. What? Just go with blue and a little bit of red and white, and look, they're the closest
Right?
team here. I was afraid you were going to tell
Yeah.
me that you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and then I was going to have to mute your mic.
Uh, no, wouldn't go there. The only NFL game I've ever seen in person. When I took the bus from London, there was a bus trip organized to go see Detroit Lions, and I absolutely loved it. The tailgating atmosphere.
Yeah,
I've never been introduced to that before, so
yeah, but
I can really get behind NFL football. But I'm going to follow up with the
well,
Bills and
if you want to see
our friend of the show, Amy O'Toole.
if you want to see tailgating, Detroit doesn't know how to do tailgating. You got to go to Buffalo. They do it 10 times what
Okay.
Detroit does. Buffalo, they tailgating, they take it to a higher level. So party on. And one more quick thing. Also, the NHL starts up. Don't tell me. I know you. I know you cheer for that terrible team in the OHL called the. I can't say their name. What about an NHL team?
You know what? London
Oh,
Knights,
yeah,
for me here, but OHL. But as far as NHL go, back when I was a kid, my favorite player was Mike Bossy. I cheered on the New York Islanders for some time. Then I moved out to Edmonton for 10 years. I was a big Oiler fan. And now that I come back this way, well, I've enjoyed cheering on teams like the Washington Capitals or. I can certainly get onto a bandwagon come playoff time. There's no clear cut fade for me with NHL teams because there's so much movement, right? Like players
yeah.
moving
Okay.
around and new teams coming in. It's just
I
hard to
was
keep up.
I was afraid you being a Maritimer, you were going to give me like Curtis McDonald, Montreal Canadiens. Come on, Curtis. What the heck is that?
I've got lots of family members. I've got a sister that lives in the Acadian community of Prince Edward Island, married to an Arsenault, which is a big French name back in Prince
Yes.
Edward Island. A lot of Montreal Canadiens fans up around Evangeline and Wellington, Prince Edward Island, and I know they're all Habs fans. But you know what? I like to see them do well as a Canadian
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
I really follow first NHL game I saw. Quebec Nordique versus the Montreal Canadiens at the Old Forum. I paid $10 in a snowstorm for standing room only tickets.
Okay. Well, you know how I know that this segment is time to close out this segment. If we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, we should just mute the mics and we'll go on to the pick five at 7 minutes to post time. Montreal.
Sounds
Jeez.
good.
Are you dreaming of a career with horses? The Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program is here to help. If you're an Ontario resident, you can take our free course and turn your passion into a profession. And employers can register for the program and receive wage subsidies, 50% for up to 18 weeks, or a maximum of $5,000. It's a win-win for job seekers and businesses alike. Ready to take the reins? Visit OntarioEquineEducation.com today and start your journey in the equine industry.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching the Raceway on a Friday evening, 9 dash card on tap. So that'll mean we've got the one and only pick five opportunity right up front in race number one. Always a $5,000 guaranteed pool, always a go-to wager, of course. So the go-to wagering menu for the river this evening sets up like this. This pick five play starting up in race number one. A pair of pick fours beginning in races 2 and 6, and then we've got those non-jackpot high five plays in races 5 and 9. The ninth race, the finale, has that high five non-jackpot in play. So, without further ado, let's get a look at some early pick five ticket ideas. Again, a $5,000 guaranteed pool here. Low take, go-to wager. Let's bring them up. Tickets for myself, Gary Guy, Conley Ecclestone. All righty, here we go. I'll look at my pick five ticket, and I found a pretty cheap ticket for a pretty nice price. So one of Gary's favorite prices here at the river in $9.60. I'm in to go for. I've used Chip Happened, and with the scratch of number 2, I've thrown in Barzy as my plan B. 1 and 3, starting things up. Over into race number 2. We're on the 4 Candy Spot and the 6 Chestnut Chewy. We're going to go deep as the ball in the third race. A great-looking group of trotters in there. We got Stonebridge Zeus, Masterwork, All-Star Goldie, and a Mystic for a pop-up series event. Race number 4, trotter still for number 6, I'm a Dinosaur, and outside the 7 Small Town Road, Nick Boyd has a good-looking son of Fabulous Wood coming up from south of the border. Last couple of starts have been at Lexington, switching to the bar to Mark Goddard. Maiden coming in, number 6, I'm a Dinosaur is going to get circled up my top selection in the 4th race. 5th race, we'll look to complete with either the 1, Stonebridge Glee, finds a very nice spot, and also going to use number 7, Royal Life. Noting in race number 5, there is an 8 in there that will leave from the trailing spot. Charmbo Gem, it's written in the program, number 8. Leaves from the trailing post 9 in race 5. Again, we're in to go for $9.60 on that 20-cent play, $5,000 guaranteed pool. Gary Guy next, standing by with his pick 5 ticket idea.
Look at this.
Ho, ho, ho.
$9.60. 3 singles.
Hey.
We used the system this time. And
I guess.
I'm glad that in the 2nd and 4th they didn't tell you the order that I'm picking them, because you don't need to see all those numbers in the order. Just give me the field.
There, then. Now, there is one. Well, this is one evening that the numerical order looks good on the screen.
Yeah, but that isn't actually the order, but that works for just what we're showing
I
the
got
field.
you.
But race number 1, I don't need Barzy. I got Chip Happened. Barzy's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Barzy, but I'm just all in on Chip Happened. I got the field in the 2nd, Maiden Trotters. It's a good spot to go there.
There you go.
And then in race number 3, I just need Masterwork, your top one. I'm only going 1 deep.
I like them.
I don't need to go to Mystic. And 4th race, give me the field again, because another Maiden Trot. Let's just take the Maiden Trot field. And race number 5, I'm all in. All-Star Angel, singled up All-Star Angel. Winless so far in 6 starts with 4 top 3s, and I'm placing my faith in Austin Surrey and Rachel Andrew, dropping from a grassroots, and I'm just going to go all in with All-Star Angel. You went with Stonebridge Glee and 7 Royal Life, and I'm going against you there with All-Star Angel.
That's a brave move, Gary, to single up one that... Well, I've got that one pegged for 4th in that high 5 race, but I'll wish you luck on that ticket. I mean,
do you really?
Like 3 singles, and for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
3 singles and a couple of all buttons. Why not? Let's go.
Well, I'd like to say that I wish you luck, but sometime I'll tell you what I said to Robert. It's not a team sport, and if I get knocked out, I find some fun watching you get knocked out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, I'm old and grumpy. You got to cut me some slack.
Let's just cheer on Conley Ecclestone's ticket then, the 2 of us.
Yeah, I could cheer for Conley.
What does Conley got for us tonight? He's got a single in a couple of races, he's going to single up the same one that Gary has in the final leg. So going very deep in race number 1, the opening leg is where he's going to hope for a price player. If the one shows up, not going to get much of a price on Chip Happened. He gets along well at the river. Already a 6-time winner this season, matching his 6 wins from 2024. Chip Happened, 9-5 favorite here with Daryl Thiessen on board for the McKegs. So 7 deep, as mentioned, for Conley, the opening leg. Race number 2, he singles up the 6 Chestnut Chewy. Scott Coulter on board for co-owner, trainer, Kevin Botts. The third race for Conley, it's 3, 5, and 6, Stonebridge Zeus, All-Star Goldie Mystic. And then it's on to Look a Diamond and I'm a Dinosaur, 3 and 6 in the 4th race. And again, he singles that one that Gary's high on, number 3, All-Star Angel. In the 5th and final leg, Austin Sorey driving for trainer Rachel Andrew. Conley's in for just $8.40. So we're all thinking you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to maybe cash in on this early pick 5 at Grand River Raceway. Again, a $5,000 guaranteed pool. Still some time to map out your best pick 5 ticket idea. Next voice you'll hear is that of track announcer Gary Guy. Best of luck to all racing and playing along tonight.
There is a look at the paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field on post parade for the first one. Chip Happened, Daryl Thiessen for James McKeag and Jen McKeag-Weischer. Number 3, Barzy, Scott Coulter for Steve Coulter. Number 4, Sound and Vision, Mark Hetzel drives and trains and partners with Terry DeVos and Peter Porter and Denise Turner. Number 5, Poof, Tom Smith for Jane Walker. Number 6, Radcliffe, Paul Walker for Brenda Walker and Christine Walker. Number 7, Irish Dreamer, Jason Ryan for Paul Reed and Mary Christopher. 8 is Vimy Ridge Venti, Anthony Hahn for Steve Loverin and Paul Mazzetti. Field of 7, race number 1. Let's get right to looking at this field. And, well, Chip Happened 4 to 5. I expect Chip Happened to go off as about that price. I don't think you're going to see this one rise up all that much, Sugar.
Yeah, we like his chances. I don't think there's too many that can go with this horse when he's at his best. You know, he showed up pretty good at Hanover in the latest on the half mile, where he was gate to wire there, sub 2 minute speed. Surprising to see he was 7 to 1 on that occasion. When you look through the program lines, he's usually a favorite everywhere he goes, including London, where he was the 3-year-old trotter of the year for us in the 2024 season.
Yeah, the fans at Hanover might have overreacted to that break in stride here, August the 8th. And now this one also comes back with a nice tighter rotation as well. So race last Saturday at Hanover.
Yeah.
6 days back. And, 6 wins in 10 starts. How do you let this one go off at 7 to 1? Of course, if you look at who he was in against, Mercutio is a classy veteran and like chaos. Mercutio, I think, probably was the betting favorite there.
Yeah, I'm probably thinking you're right about that.
Something to do.
Happened though here. Yeah, for sure. We'll
And
take a peek around there, see what happened. But Chip Happened, even at that 4 to 5 price, Gary, it's actually an excellent price. If you can double your money or near double your money on Chip Happened with this group, that's pretty good stuff.
You went second to Barzy, and, well, you know what? Not a bad idea because last time up, second. Start before that, second. And second here July the 11th as well. So 3 runner-ups in the last 5.
Yeah, and I don't see any gate speed in here that can beat him out of there for another 2-hole ride. That's how he's gotten his deuces in the last couple of goes. I mean, Chip Happened, likely to be on the lead in this one. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be trying to overpower anyone off the gate here. I mean, they could be lined up here in program order, Gary.
And Steve Coulter's got 402 training average, so you're back in a barn that seems to be able to get some things accomplished. Number 7, Irish Dreamer at 5 to 1 is coming in off of a second at Georgian Downs, and if you're looking at 59 last time out, you remember, as I told you, the track not playing all that fast of late. Look further down the page, you see 57 and 4, a dominant win there, and even here in 56 and 3, July the 11th.
Yeah, he went a good trip there last time out. He was a favorite in that one, finishing second best. The horse to his left this evening, Radcliffe, was the one that beat him in the upset. Now, it looked like Radcliffe was following on the cover, and it looked like Irish Dream was doing most of the first up work. He looked to be attacking up around the 3/4 uncovered there, but he only missed by a half length. So he's got to be in the mix with these. If you're playing tries and superfectas, number 7, Irish Dreamer's a good fit.
One I want to get to is number 6, Radcliffe. I threw this one in for second, but I can also see why people might not use him. 1 race this year, 1 last year, and Radcliffe off a long time, came to Georgian Downs August the 12th and was a winner. Came home at 28 and 3, looked pretty sharp coming home.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't go back and look at the replay because I wasn't really looking elsewhere other than Chip Happened in this one. But Radcliffe, number 6, you know what? The confidence-building win in the latest. Paul Walker on board. You know, Paul's only been on the horses twice this season, and his one and only victory came last time out aboard this horse. So providing some pretty good value right now is number 6, Radcliffe, who's going in the right direction.
And, now with the 2 scratch, I actually would throw in Sound and Vision because I have a hard time leaving Mark Etzel out of the top 4. And also, this is one that comes in from a grassroots at Mohawk finishing 4th and mile of 57. And you also see a 56 flat mile in a grassroots July the 17th at Woodbine. So Mark Etzel is 5 to 1.
Yeah, pretty good horse for 4th, maybe in here. I know TV asked me what's the horse I want filling in place of my 2. Well, I had 1, 3, 7. I was so tempted to use the 5, right? Because it is a numbers game after all.
Yeah, if the 5 wins, your pick 5 ticket and mine and a whole bunch of others will go poof. Just like that.
Poof, she's gone.
Well, it is a field of 7 for race number 1. They're taking up their positions. Chip Happened and Barzy on the inside. In the center, Sound Division and Poof and Radcliffe into the outside, Irish Dreamer and Vimy Ridge Venti. Field of 7. Race number 1 on a fabulous Friday night as we are gathered at the river. Field for the first race. Off stride, Chip Happened. Barzy is out quickly. Irish Dreamer, Sound and Vision. Poof is racing fourth, and then Radcliffe and Vimy Ridge Venti and Chip Happened as they race their way on to the opening quarter. Barzy has the lead. Barzy, Irish racing position second, Sound and Vision. Then third is Irish Dreamer. Then it is Poof and Radcliffe and Vimy Ridge Venti. Chip Happened has to make a huge recovery after a break. Is back trailing the field, and they race off the turn. Barzy at 7-1's got the lead for Scotty Coulter, 29 seconds, and Sound and Vision, Irish Dreamer. Then it is back to Pooh fourth, and then Radcliffe and Vimy Ridge Venti, and Chip Happened is moved to the outside with a lot of work to do, but is coming and is going to get cover now as Radcliffe took home, and they race on up towards the half of a 29 opening quarter, and Barzy has the front. Barzy, Sound and Vision, Irish Dreamer, then Poof and Radcliffe, and then Chip Happened is second from last, and then it is back to Vimy Ridge Venti, but it is still Barzy. Barzy's got the lead. Barzy, Irish Dreamer, Sound and Vision, Radcliffe, and then Poof. And we're watching Chip Happened, the heavy favorite, moving on up and still about 4.5 off the lead, though, but advancing with cover. And the half was 59-4. They raced by 3/4. Barzy in 129. It's Barzy, Irish Dreamer, Sound and Vision. Chip Happened's going to roll 3 wide off of Radcliffe now. Chip Happened is closing, but still has a ton of work to do. And Barzy off 3/4, 129. And now Chip Happened has to be 4 wide because 3 wide goes Radcliffe on down the stretch drive, and it is Barzy as they come on down the stretch drive. Barzy up the inside, Sound and Vision. Barzy is going to win. Sound and Vision, and then Irish Dreamer, and then it's between Chip Happened and Radcliffe, 158-4. Well, Barzy, Chip Happened makes that early break in stride, and I know a guy, Sugar, that had 2 horses, had a backup plan for Chip Happened, and well, Chip Happened off stride. So this guy that I know had Barzy.
Right. One most always wants to have a backup plan, especially when the trotters, and we've got lots of trotting action this evening at the river. I mean, Chip Happened, he was the best horse in there, obviously. I mean, he made back about 10 or 11 lengths after that break, and yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the rail that had him not minding his manners off the get go, but yeah, that break was an extended break, maybe not quite 25 strides, as they say, for a placing, but he lost a ton of ground, so he made up about 10 or 11 lengths. He was definitely the best horse. If he doesn't break, he's an easy winner, but the plan B comes through. Barzy at 7-1, starting up this pick 5 play where a lot of tickets will go down the tubes because Chip Happened, he was 1-5, Gary.
I have to mention that the Inquirer sign is up pertaining to that break of Chip Happened because
Sure.
he is in the top 4 and finishing 4th, but that'll be the inquiry pertaining to that break on
Got to
the
go
inside.
back and count those strides, right?
Yeah, but you know what? There's Barzy.
Yeah.
Barzy at 7-1. I know a guy. Barzy, 6-year-old bar hopping fake gelding owned by Steve and Scott Coulter. Steve Coulter, the trainer. Scotty Coulter. The Tan Tornado storms to victory in the first at 7-1. Second win this year, 11th lifetime. 158-4. And fans, the judge's ruling that one Chip Happened did not violate the braking regulations. Chip Happened will stand as fourth. First race, number 3, Barzy pays $17.50, $4.50, $3.10. For Sound and Vision, $4.70 and $2.70, and 7 Irish Dreamer, $5.10. $2 Exactor, $150.30. Dollar Try, $193.40. Dollar Super, $1,028.50. 20-cent Super, $205.70. first race. Order of finish from the top. 4 scratch 1 2 6 5 3 7. That's 4 scratch 1 2 6 5 3 7.
We are back, folks, and we are now set to look at the start of an early pick four. Those, well, you'd have to think there was many that may have singled. Chip happened up in that pick five play, race number one, where the early miscue took every chance of a win away. He still managed to finish with them in fourth, but the Bar Z at 7-1, a nice price player then to start up the pick five. Well over $5,000 in that pool. Best of luck going forward if you did have Barzy pegged in front. But if you didn't, well, here's another multi-leg wager to tackle. This is the pick four, starting up in race number two, $2,500 guaranteed pool. More ticket ideas put together by myself, Gary Guy, and Conley Ecclestone. So let's bring up some tickets right now and we'll go through them. Opening leg for me in race two, we're using a 4 Candy Spot as well as 6 Chestnut Chewy. The 4 could be the speed. Mario Baillargeon on board just went over $100 million in career driving earnings. Congratulations, Mario, and it's good to see him back. At the river, driving number 4, Candy Spot, coming up in race number two. Again, another one for me in there is the 6 Chestnut Chewy, son of Green Manalishi. Deepest of all, race three, using a 3, 4, 5, and 6. A compact field of 6 in there, so we get a pretty good shot of moving on if we get to the third. The fourth race, we'll go outside the 6, I'm a Dinosaur, as well as 7, Small Town Road. And in the end, Stonebridge Glee on the rail, and the outside rail for Royal Life. 1 and 7 for me on the end of the pick four. $4.80, that's all on a 20-cent wager. One more ticket to look at for our friend Gary Guy. Gary, I imagine, stays with the singles. There he goes. It's an all button, 1 through 7 to start up the pick four play. Gary hoping for a price here in the second race. He stays with the single, number 4. Masterwork in the third. Back to an all button in the fourth, 1 through 7. And in the fifth race, his single there would be number 3, All Star Angel. Gary in for $9.80 on his 20-cent pick four play. And one more ticket to look at, our friend Conley Ecclestone. Let's see what Conley's got. He starts with single and ends with single. He singles up 6 Chestnut Chewy in race 2. 3 deep in the third, using a 3, 5, and 6. And over to the fourth race, he's on 3, Look a Diamond, as well as 6, I'm a Dinosaur. And finalizing it with number 3, All-Star Angel, singling up as well in that fourth and final leg of the pick four play. Conley in for just $1.20 on a 20-cent wager. If you care to play that ticket for $1 base, it would cost you $6 even on the pick four play. About 2 minutes now, and we'll see the horses soon, and we'll hear Gary Guy talking about the upcoming second here shortly. Best of luck on this early pick four at the river.
Field on post parade for the second one is LA. I promise you, Austin. Sorry for Matthew Trelford. Number 2, Twiddlesticks Anthony Hahn for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. 3 is Baselitz, Damon McClellan for James Lee. And number 4 is Candy Spot, Mario by Edishaw from Marie-Eve Robitaille, Orlando Stables. 5 is Jam Celebrity, Daryl Thiessen for Steve Watson. Number 6, Chestnut Chewy, Scott Coulter for Kevin Botts and Chestnut Country Farms. And number 7, Muscle Spasm, Mark Hetzel drives and trains for Graham Hopkins and Peter Porter and Grant Turner. Field of 7, race number 2. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, Mr. Backup Plan, Chestnut Chewy, Scotty Coulter. You're on Team Scott Coulter here for this second race.
Yep, Chestnut Chewy. Let's go Coulter for an early driving double. This one has, about the most experienced in here. The 5 JM Celebrity has also got 20 starts. This one has 19, but this one actually has hit the board where the 5 hasn't. So I'm going with the best and most experienced horse here, I believe. Number 6, Chestnut Chewy, ready to pop.
Yeah, and I told you that August 19th, Georgian Downs, later in the program, the rest of the card got canceled. So that track listed as off 3, but it was just a very difficult track, and this one came home in 33 and 2. I think you take the pen and just stroke that off like it never happened. You go back to that 1-2 back here was really fine. And that was in a maiden. That was a prospect at Georgian. But still, I think the track condition, I could just stroke that off. 3-2 for Scotty Coulter. Number 4, Candy Spot. And, well, this is your backup plan, Mr. Backup Plan.
Yep. Indeed. I mean, there's some gate speed to work with, but it looks of it was leading through a qualifier at Grand River Raceway where he got home first in that one at 2 minutes 1/5. The connections brought her over to the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park where she finished well back in there. So it was some class relief this time after a clean line and another one kind of back on the rotation, right? It's 9-5, a second choice, and let's go 4 or 6 to keep this pick 5 rolling.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, Candy Spot. You see a lot of X's on the dance card, but now the qualifier and a clean line, so maybe Candy Spot. And I know I'm surprised you didn't take this one on top because you do love Candy and Candy Spot and Mario. How about number 2, Twiddlesticks? This is one that raced better last time out.
Yeah, picked up a check, right? And not an X throughout the program lines. This daughter of Run Director getting off to a decent career. You know, she's behaving herself, minding her manners. So great to see with any young trotter in the rookie season getting away cleanly in the qualifiers and a couple of starts under her belt now. And again, no X's.
Yeah, we don't like those X's, you know. Although I do love that country song, All My Exes Wear Rolexes. That's actually not the name of the song. That's a line in the song. But
even a nice old horse in California, too. All my exes live in Texas. They actually found a way to put that all together. Of course, they're missing a few letters, but it looks like all my exes live in Texas. And he's a nice old horse that's won many a race at the now closed up Cal Expo.
Excellent. Well, how about number 5, Jam Celebrity, as we're talking about the X's, a break at the start at Hanover?
Yeah, I just tossed that one out, and I give this one a break because it did trot him out on 2 minutes 1/5. The start before that when racing along up close, so there's some speed to work with. Daryl Thiessen likes to put them in play. He'll have to get this one away cleanly to find a spot in the try. And super high 5. JM Celebrity. Try or superfect the potential only is where I got this one.
Last time out, 2:12 and 3. What's the slowest race you think you've ever called for a winning time?
Ooh. Slowest race. Well, I know when I started calling the matinees in O'Leary, Prince Edward Island, where there's non-betting and at times a winning horse would get a bag of potatoes. I know for a fact I called races that were in the 230
Oh
range.
my lord.
Yeah,
Ooh. Yeah, but they got the bag of potatoes. Look, one more you could.
100%.
Yeah, one more you could take a look at here. What about Mark Etzel with muscle spasm? We talked about that last race that Mark's horse actually ended up being second, and this was only had 2 starts this year. Made a break at Georgian. Remember, I told you about the track, so maybe you could throw that out.
Yeah, got to stay trotting. That's all. If this one stays trotting, try or superfecta potential. I don't think they can beat the 6, though.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that, Scotty Coulter, but my pick 5 ticket went down. I had the all in here, although on the pick 4, I'm starting off with the all, so the 6 is not my favorite spot because that's 4 to 5 on the board. It's LA, I
Let's
promise.
go.
Yeah, let's go, LA, promise you. Twiddle sticks and baselets on the inside. Candy Spot and Jam Celebrity to the outside. Chestnut Chewy and Muscle Spasm. It is a field of 7 for the second dash. There at the start of the rough, Candy Spot, Jam Celebrity, then Twiddle Sticks, Base Lits, and Chestnut Chewy relaxed away to race from 5th, and then it is back to Muscle Spasm, and then it is LA, I promise you. Jam Celebrity, and Double Barrel Daryl's got the lead at 19 to 1. Racing second, Candy Spot. Twiddle Sticks third, Base Lits fourth, and then Chestnut Chewy. On the outside, Muscle Spasm, and LA, I promise you, is back trailing the field. They race their way on up towards us, and it is right now JM Celebrity with a lead of about 2.5, and Candy Spot is second. Twiddle Sticks is racing third, and then Baselets to the outside, Muscle Spasm, Chestnut Chewy second from last in LA, I promise you, is back trailing the field, and right now Jam Celebrity at 19 to 1 leads by about 2 over Candy Spot, who's 2 to 1 on the board. Twiddle Sticks is third. Muscle Spasm on the outside is trying to take fourth and grab it from Baselets until second last is Chestnut Chewy, but is going to pop out 3 wide and try to chew up a lot of ground, and is coming now, but has a lot of work to do. And then LA, I promise you, Jam Celebrity and Candy Spot, Twiddle Sticks, and now Chestnut Chewy is coming on gamely, is up to 4th and is about to take over 3rd. And they went by the half, and 59 and 4 3/4 was recorded as they raced around the final turn with Jam Celebrity. 3/4, 130 and 2. Muscle Spasm went off stride, and off stride goes Jam Celebrity. So now Candy Spot has the lead. Racing second is Twiddle Sticks, and then Chestnut Chewy has dropped back a little bit now in Baselets. They turn for home. Candy Spot driving his Twiddle Sticks. Twiddle Sticks at 11 to 1 against Candy Spot, and up the inside Baselets, 3 across the track, and it is close. Maybe Candy Spot, but I think maybe Twiddle Sticks. Twiddle Sticks and Candy Spot with Baselets on the inside. It is tight between those 3. And Sugar, most tracks, if you're in doubt, go to the outside, because the outside's slightly farther ahead than you think based on the angle of where you're looking at the races. 2 minutes and 4/5.
Yeah, if I had to bet all over again now, looking at that stretch drive, I would be putting Twiddle Sticks into my top spot because it appeared this one had the best momentum late anyway. And it's a 2-year-old beating some older horses. Go figure.
Yeah, well, and just that's why the idea we're going the all, of course, it didn't matter because the first race did mean with the break and stride of Chip Happen, but nonetheless, maiden trotters, it's a little iffy, and Chestnut Chewy was way back early, was coming on gamely, but eventually ran out of steam. But it was pretty good 3 across the track finish for a group of maiden trotters.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I mean, this 2-horse Twiddle Sticks. Things went really good for this one when the 5 happened to roll off stride when turning for home. Others were kind of shoved to the outside or even wider. And this one capitalized on that break, was able to sneak on through, and again, had some pretty good momentum through the straightaway.
And it looks like it is the two twiddle sticks, Anthony Hahn for Shane Weber. And also, I mentioned that last start was better. And you see this one coming home in 29 and 2, so that final
Yeah.
quarter. And, again, all you had to do was look at the best last quarter, and that gave you the winner.
Yeah, and I'm seeing on the ownership line Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. Now, I believe I sent birthday wishes to a Liz Rankin today. So, wouldn't that be something if this horse was winning on her birthday?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll go with happy birthday. And if it's not, well, you can take the happiness anyway. So happy birthday to Elizabeth Rankin. But certainly celebrating a win with Twiddle Sticks. A 2-year-old run director, Bay Philly, Tom and Elizabeth Rankin, Shane Weber, the trainer, and Twiddle Sticks victorious 2 minutes 4/5. The second race, number 2, Twiddle Sticks, 25-20, 480, 360. For Candy Spot, $393. 3 base, Litz, 510. $2 exactor, $70.90. Dollar Try, $186.80. Dollar Super, $558.75. 20-cent Super, $111.75. Double of 3 and 2, $190.80. Second race order finish from the top. 713-2546. That's 713-2546 on the bottom.
Winbank Farm graduates have earned close to $465 million and have won nearly 50,000 times, selling yearlings eligible to Delaware, Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Ontario, and Pennsylvania, producing yearlings from outstanding sires including American Ideal, Bettor's Delight, Cattle Wash, Courtly Choice, Father Patrick, and the Great McWicked. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
I'm Natasha Day. I train and drive harness racing horses at London, Ontario. These are my main products that I use in my racehorse barn that are all Omega Alpha, the Biotic 8, the Immune Plus, the Anti-Flam, which is great for the horses after they've had a hard day racing. The Biotic 8, I swear by it. Get all the dapples out, gets the old coat out, gets everything pumping and moving and makes the shine really come out.
Field for the third on parade. 1 limited large Larnhouse for Chantel Ruiz. Number 2, River's Dream, Natasha Day for Daryl Vleeming and Michelle Lariviere. And number 3, Stonebridge Zeus, Austin Sorry for Brian Lawrence and Smirk Incorporated. Number 4 is Masterwork, Sammy Filia for Jeff McGuire and Jean Allaire and Gino Bilodeau and Anne-Marie Demers and GT Stables. 5 is All-Star Goldie, Daryl Thiessen for Steve Watson and All-Star Farms. And number 6 is Mystic, Anthony Hahn for Robert Kyle Fellows and Michelle Legacy. Let's get a look at this field for race number 3, a field of 6 trotters, pop-up series, and, number 4, Masterwork. We both have this one on top. And an interesting thing about Masterwork, Sugar, if you look at the lines, the last 8 lines on the page, 6 races here at the Grand River, 3 wins, a second and a third. 2 races away from Grand River, made a break in both of them and finished distanced. You know what? I think here's a memo for Jean-Francois McGuire, and I'm not one to tell J.F. McGuire much about training because he does pretty well on his own. Yeah, stay at Grand River with this horse.
Yeah, he's turning out to be a horse for the course this summer. 14 for 21, top 3 finishes. Many of those have come at both London and Grand River Raceway. 3-1's a pretty good price on this one. Sammy Filion going back on board. He knows him well, gets along great with him, and he'll have a great shot at topping this one. Masterwork for sure, a must play with these.
And Sammy Filia for the high percentage barn of Jeff McGuire. Masterwork 5-2. Number 5 All-Star Goldie. You know, I toyed with the idea of actually taking this one on top, and then I looked at Masterwork and said, I can't do it. But you know what? All-Star Goldie and Daryl Thiessen. This is one also that has 5 wins as well in 25. Masterwork 5 wins in 21 on the season.
Comes in off a lifetime best, right? A couple of scratches there. So the last start was back in August 11th. So missing a few weeks, so not quite on the rotation, but the form was really good in the latest.
Yeah, and that rotation, that was the thing because now Masterwork last race, I mean, you could say wasn't much of a workout because made an early break and wasn't really involved. And then the start before it was August the 8th. But still, All-Star Goldie has flashed enough, the recent form in the last 2 starts, and overall the season. And look at even last year, really good earner. 31 starts, 53,000. A lot of positives. Number 6, Mystic. Well, what did he do wrong last time out?
Not a thing. Parked through the quarter mile, made front, and would not be caught. Winner by a head, the lead was shrinking, but he got there just in time to stop the clock at 56-4. He does have that season's mark, 55 and a bit over Woodbine Mohawk Park. We know he can leave, and he's got some pretty good manners, not a whole lot of X's throughout the program line, so that's what you want with a trotter at the river, honesty.
Yeah, and Mystic also was a second All-Star Goldie 2 back, so comes in with 2 good races both here. Wasn't having fun at Mohawk for a couple of tries, but had some good fun here. Anthony Hunt, Robert Kyle Fellows, one of our top trainers here on the season. Mystic and Anthony Hunt, 7-2. The money has come down to Masterwork at 2-1. Number 3, Stonebridge Zeus, is one that is getting quite a bit of love at 2-1. And there's Austin Sorry having a conversation with Daryl and Stonebridge Zeus. Well, the recent form, back-to-back seconds.
Right, one of his best miles ever came at the River 2 back, where he was finishing second, was bothered a bit when turning for home, but still managed to clock him on 55-2. I mean, his life best is only 56-3. So if he could find some 55 speed here, Gary, he'd be with a shot at winning it.
Yeah, and the thing also with Stonebridge Zeus is you see that big 27 4/3 panel, and Stonebridge Zeus, that start 2 back. Look at who the winner was, second to Vera Cruz. That's a pretty good measuring stick.
I guess. I mean, Stonebridge Zeus Austin got along great with him there, so I think that's why he's going back on board, trying to find that 55 speed. I got him pegged as a player, not quite one for the win spot, but players have him right now as a second choice, Gary.
You know, the one that's a little tough to leave off the top four is one living at large, but I don't know what to make of Sarnia preferred 3 last time out, but this is one that is 21 out of 28 in the top 3 on the year. It's been a good earner for Lornehouse.
Oh, great check getter. Just about set to go over $40,000 in seasonal earnings. So, 7-time winner, right? And 4 of them came this season, the season's mark in London. Now, if he gets the job done tonight, it's going to lower his season's mark, lower his life mark in a big way.
Yeah, and also the recent form is good. And the other thing to maybe like about this one, a lot of gate speed. Last time out didn't leave, but the starts before that, all those ones before, looking down the page, either the leader or second at the quarter. And in a field of 6, sometimes when nobody moves much, you just get away well and you can kind of cement a position at least into the top 4.
Yeah, that's how he did it in London as well. I mean, anytime he was drawing well, he was leaving and being well placed in the early going. I could see the same thing happening here. It's a nice trotting event. I mean, I've got it any one of 5 beyond number 2.
Yeah, and number 2 is only 8 of 11 in the top 3 on the year, Natasha Day.
Right.
And so, Rivers Dream 13-1. We already had an upset in the first, as Chip Happen didn't happen. Your backup plan was able to get the win, and maybe Rivers Dream can upset things further. It's a field of 6 living at large, and Rivers Dream on the inside. In the center, Stonebridge Zeus and Masterwork. To the outside, All-Star Goalie and Mystic. Field of 6, race number 3. Field for the third and timing the gates. Masterwork is up on the gate now and is going to come blasting out. Rivers Dream went off stride. All-Star Goldie is going with Masterwork, but Masterwork is working on the inside of All-Star Goldie, and that will give this one the lead. And All-Star Goldie now is going to move into the pocket, and then racing third is Living at Large and Mystic, and then Stonebridge Zeus and Masterwork went off stride. All-Star Goldie has got the lead. Mystic is racing on the outside. Living at Large and Stonebridge Zeus, and now they race off the turn, and Mystic comes on against All-Star Goldie. All-Star Goldie and Mystic, and Living at Large and Stonebridge Zeus. And All-Star Goldie has the lead off that 27-4 opening quarter. Mystic tucked into the pocket. Living at Large is third. Stonebridge Zeus is racing fourth. The field heads their way up towards the half and of a 27-4 opening quarter. All-Star Goldie is firing now and leads by about 3 or 4. Mystic second, Living at Large third, and Stonebridge Zeus is racing fourth. All-Star Goldie and Daryl Thiessen is freewheeling and enjoying the view on top and getting away on the field. And now Stonebridge Zeus is trying to come on the outside and take over second and grab it from Mystic. Stonebridge Zeus will now on the outside grab second. Mystic third, Living at Large fourth. All-Star Goldie on by 3/4 off a half of 57 3/4 was recorded by All-Star Goldie in 125-4. All-Star Goldie, Stonebridge Zeus, Mystic, and Living at Large. All-Star Goldie as they turn for home and is still well in command. Stonebridge Zeus and Mystic as they come on down the stretch drive, and All-Star Goldie is going to get the golden here in the third, and then Stonebridge Zeus is going to finish second, then Mystic and Living at Large, and All-Star Goldie benefited with the break in stride of 4 Masterwork, and one that, tried to burst out and get the lead, and I guess now Masterwork has a break here at Grand River. Those breaks on the page were Kawartha and Georgian, and I was banking on being able to stay flat here, which was his record coming in, but it didn't work out. So All-Star Goldie says, well, thank you very much. I'll just take a win.
Yeah, she inherited the lead with that early break of number 4 Masterwork. And after that, Daryl just bottomed out the field, right? They could not get close. He buzzed the backside towards the 3/4, 28-4, and a going away winner here. Stonebridge Zeus, a decent second, and a game third for Mystic, who got hung out following the quarter mile in there. So, and Opening quarter 27-4. So nice trip for the six, sticking around for third after getting roughed up in the early going.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Backup Plan, your backup plan here to Masterwork was All Star Goldie, so that's twice tonight that your backup plan is the one that you needed.
Oh boy.
Big on those
I don't think
backup.
my multi legs are any good though, right?
No, no, they're. I think
No, they're not.
let's just look back in race number 2. And did you happen to have yourself some a winner in the second race of the Maiden Trotters?
I don't think it. I think one needed the all button in there, right?
Yeah. Well, I played the all. The other problem was.
Twiddle sticks.
Yeah.
My third. How many times does that happen? Twiddle sticks. My third selection, but not one I included. And of course, it was the 2-year-old beating older horses.
Yeah. The only win I've got in the first 3 races is my all button. So yeah.
Oh.
I think I just need the all pick 5.
Oh. Buddy of mine here in London last night, I was working simulcast, and he wasn't having a whole lot of luck, so he went 20-cent pick 3, all, late going. Well, it started up with a long shot, onto another, and then a heavy favorite completed. He still come out on top.
There you go.
It cost him some money to play it that way, but I know he made a profit.
Well, tonight, if you're on Daryl Thiessen, you get a profit here in the third race, and Ashley All-Star Goldie at a nice price of 7-2, 5-3-6-1. All-Star Goldie is a 5-year-old muscle up the Goal Bay mare, owned by All-Star Farms and Steve Watson. Steve Watson, the trainer. Double barrel Daryl Thiessen, Victoria's 6th win for All-Star Goldie, 156-2. The third race payouts: 5 All-Star Goldie, $974, $43, 3 Stonebridge Deuce, 310, 250, 6 Mystic, 320, $2 Exactor, $21, dollars Rise, 63, $70 Super, 138.55. third race, sort of finish from the top. He's at 452.613. That's 452.613 in the bottom.
Hey kids, do you like to write stories or poems or draw pictures of horses? We're running 2 contests from now until August 31st with a total prize money of $3,500. For the Youth Literary Derby, Ontario students in grades 3 to 8 can submit either a short story or a poem with standardbred theme. Poems and stories are judged separately. If you like to draw, then the Youth Art Derby might be for you. This one is open to students in grades 3 to 12, and you can do a drawing or a sketch of anything standardbred related. Check out our website for more inspiration and more information, bgracingalliance.ca.
There's a look at the paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field on Post Parade 1, Mass Bar, Chris Matthews for Greg McNair and Strideline Racing. Number 2, Tactical Rose, Damien McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows and Yolanda Fellows and Blair Corbeil, Windermere Stable. Number 3, Look at Diamond, Jason Ryan for Brittany Kennedy and Peter Hamilton. Number 4, Dunphy's Resolution, Scott Quiller for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. 5 is Ann Maris Cookie, Sammy Fillier for Blake McIntosh and Hut Racing. Number 6, I'm a Dinosaur, Nick Boyd for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. And number 7, Small Town Road, Daryl Thiessen for Matthew Trelford and Roy Trelford. Field of 7, race number 4. Let's get a look at this field, and we'll start with number 4. I'm a Dinosaur, and, just one top 3 finish in 6 starts. This is a pretty wide open dash, but you do see 56-1 at Lexington last time out. Good. Look at that middle half.
Indeed. I mean, this is a nice trotter, son of Fabulous Wood. Comes up from south of the border and now racing for trainer Mark Goddard. And Nick Boyd gets the call to drive. Nick's been doing some good things up around Kawartha. Now, I'm not sure how this horse warms up before. I've never seen him before. So, a little bumpy there coming out of the post parade. So I'm not sure what to expect right now. A 1-2 favorite because he is facing some easier competition. So I'm going to do the old wait and see. I want to see him race once.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too worried about the bumpy. I look pretty bumpy when I wake up every day, but I smoothen out as the day progresses. He'll probably smoothen out here. Number 7, Small Town Road. 0 for 13 in the win column on the air, but 6 top 3s.
And that's why I've gone to this one for next best. I mean, he appears to be an exactor factor. You look through the rest of the program, there's not one of them in here that has picked up a deuce other than the 6 I'm a Dinosaur this season. And plus, again, you've got a few 2-year-olds in here. You've got 5 2-year-olds facing a pair of 3-year-olds on the outside gate. So you know where I'm going with my plays.
Yeah, you remember my comment about the August 19th that you can disregard some times there because the track really didn't hold up at all that evening. The card got canceled later on in the evening. Number 3, Look at Diamond is the one that, I was willing to look past that break. Now look at last time out, I looked past the break of Masterwork, and how'd that work out for me?
Oh boy, I got some feedback from my race call to Clinton. They called it the kiss of death by Sugar Doyle when he was pretty much calling this one a winner when turning for home. And why wouldn't I? I mean, she was trotting strong. She was leading by 5 open lengths, appeared to have it in the bag, and we were pretty much calling her a winner. And then, of course, just as I mentioned that, she rolled off stride. So she's going to have to mind her manners today, but she was going to be a well-meant winner in her latest.
Yeah, and if Look at Diamond stays flat, and also I'm banking a little bit on Brittany Kennedy. Brittany's got some solid numbers this year, and she often does, and Jason Ryan driving, so get good connections on Look at Diamond at 7-1. Besides, I don't want 1-5 on a maiden trotter, so I'd be willing to roll on a much better price, now 9-2. How about number 2, Tactical Rose? Well, look, there's that August 19th last time out line again, so maybe we look past that. Problem is, when you look past that, you go back to a 10th at Mohawk the start before. We have to look a little further back.
Yeah, further back, still a pretty good check getter in her young career. Yet to hit the board, but Damien, he does good things here at the river, and I could see him finding a way into the superfecta here.
You know, the one thing that whenever Greg McNair sends out a young horse, basically always have to take a look. And the back half was a minute and one. You subtract that 32 and 3 opening quarter, the rest of the mile is pretty evenly rated and pretty solid.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I mean, is leaving the rail, Gary, but I don't see any early speed whatsoever. I mean, this one sat four through a soft quarter, 30 and four. There are a few in here that like to leave beyond the four horse. So I think the best that Mass Bar sits in the early going here is sixth, and I think the only one she can beat off the car is maybe the four.
Well, we'll see if that actually ends up being the case because sometimes, we think it's going to go one way and it's totally
Right?
something different. So we'll
We
find
will
out.
find out.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Mass Bar Tact. I stole that from you. Tactical Rose and Look a Diamond on the inside. In the center, Dunphy's Resolution and Mara's Cookie. To the outside, I'm a Dinosaur and Small Town Road. It's a field of 7 for the fourth race. They're working up towards the start. Field for the fourth race. They're in position, and they're at the start. And Mara's Cookie, I'm a Dinosaur. Small Town Road, Look a Diamond. Dunphy's Resolution, Tactical Rose, and Mass Bar relaxed away and trailing the field. And now coming on in the center of the track, I'm a Dinosaur. And Ralphie, Nick Boyd's got the lead with I'm a Dinosaur, 3 to 5 on the board. And on the outside, Small Town Road is parked. And on the inside, and Mara's Cookie, Look at Diamond looks at things from fourth. In front of Dunphy's Resolution, Tactical Rose, and then back to Mass Bar. It is I'm a Dinosaur who leads as they race their way up towards the half. I'm a Dinosaur leading Small Town Road. Now Ann Mare's Cookie on the inside gets up a little closer in the pocket, and Small Town Road is racing position third and gets over to the pylons to save some ground around the turn as they head up to the half off that 28-1 opening quarter. Dunphy's Resolution fourth, then Tactical Rose and Mass Bar, and Look at Diamond is looking at them all from a trailing spot. They raced the way on towards three quarters. I'm a Dinosaur and Ann Mara's Cookie, Small Town Road, Dunphy's Resolution and Tactical Rose and Mass Bar, and Look at Diamond. I'm a Dinosaur continues on as they race their way on by the three quarters off of 57 and 4 halftime. And it is I'm a Dinosaur who leads 127 and 2 of the three quarter time. I'm a Dinosaur leading by about 2.5 or 3, and Mara's Cookie is racing position to second. Small Town Road third, then Tactical Rose and Look at Diamond is kicking in late, but with a ton of work to do. And then it is back to Mass Bar and Dunphy's Resolution. I'm a Dinosaur off stride went Sammy Filion with Ann Mara's Cookie, but it is all I'm a Dinosaur winning. Then second, Small Town Road, then Look at Diamond and Tactical Rose. 158 flat. I'm a Dinosaur. Well, went off at 3 to 5 and well raced like a 3 to 5 horse.
Indeed, it did. A little bumpy in the parade, but once this one got behind the gate, everything was fine. She ships north of the border to break her maiden. That's a nice maiden mark of 158 flat. Your guy Ralphie, a.k.a. Nick Boyd, did a fine job of rating. And you know what? This horse was just kind of full of himself today in the Canadian debut.
And we'll get the inquiry sent up about the break-in stride of 3, Look a Diamond,
Sure.
so that is going up. But, the only thing I noticed with I'm a Dinosaur, a little bit of a short stepper, but hey, you know what? As long as you step faster than all the others, it doesn't matter how short the steps are.
Yeah, I think it's the trotting hobbles. Some of the trotters with the hobbles on, they do tend to shorten up their stride a bit. It's kind of a large 3-year-old. I've never heard of the stallion Fabulous Wood, bred in Kentucky. So there you have it. 3-year-old north of the border, ships north of the border, and gets the first career victory.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously the trotting hobbles are to help them out and keep it together. I just was
Sure.
noticing that not the longest strider, but obviously, striding pretty nicely now, actually.
Yeah, he looks better now than he did in post parade. Like I said, I thought he was a little bit bumpy, but you know what? It appears he loves the Canadian air, and he gets along well with Nick Boyd.
Well, Ralphie is going to be back in front of us. 6, I'm a Dinosaur, victorious. 3-year-old Fabulous Wood Bay Gelding, owned by Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr, and Joshua Kaufman. Mark Goddard, the trainer. Nick Boyd, the winning driver. First win for I'm a Dinosaur, 158 flat. Fans note the judge's ruling that number 3, Look at Diamond, did not violate the braking regulations. Fourth race, payout 6, I'm a Dinosaur. 320, 340, 210. 7, Small Town Road. 420, 233, Look at Diamond, 250. $2 exactor, $9.20. Dollar try, $14.50. Dollar super, $41.95. 20-cent super, $8.39. Fourth race order finish from the top. 643-7512. That's 643-7512.
Winback Farm of Ontario is home to outstanding sires, including a three-time millionaire pacer tattoo artist who is new in 2025, the last great son of the legendary Sub Beach Somewhere and multiple stakes champion Beachglass, Meadowlands Pace and Ontario Sire Stakes champion Lawless Shadow, and the richest pacing stallion in all of harness racing history, the great Hall of Famer Mick Wicked. Also standing at Winback Farm, Archangel, Better Than Cheddar, Betting Line, My MVP, and Trixton. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
Field on post parade for the 5th. 1 Stonebridge Glee, Daryl Thiessen for Jacob Roberts and Russ Ellis. Number 2 is Daphne Swan, Jason Ryan for Pam Forkey and Brian Martin. Number 3 is All-Star Angel, Austin Sorry for Rachel Andrew and Murray Graham McDonald. Number 4, Kayla's in Charge, Louis Gregg for Vicky Gregg, James Dale. And 5 is YS Queen Beth, Mark Hetzel for Robert Newton and Peter Porter and Lindsay Turner. Number 6, Wondrous Blue Chip, Paul McKenzie for Luke Blaine, Determination. And number 7, Royal Life, Sammy Follier for Jason Libby and Doug Dunbar and Bill Hamilton and Doug Hastings and Timothy Flynn. 8 is Charmbo Gem, Tom Smith for Jane Walker and John Dwyer. Note Charmbo Gem scores from the trailer post, post 9. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, let's look at your top pick because, well, my picks tonight, if somebody wrote down my picks tonight, Sugar, my advice to them is take that piece of paper and throw it in the garbage. Let's start with 7, Royal Life.
Well, starting with a price player, apparently. A morning line favorite right now is holding at 7-1, but a speed threat. This one's got some get up and go off the wings of the car. Just missing in the latest was Austin Sorry on board. Austin, of course, going to the 3 All-Star Angel in here, but I like the chances for 7. Love that price.
Yeah, Sammy Filia, Jason Libby, good connections, and almost won last time out at right here. And, well, 1 Stonebridge Glee is one that, 9-2 on the board. Now, this is one that's got only 2 wins in 23 this year and 2 last year, so the wins are a little bit spread out, but you see a win here July the 4th.
Yeah, it does clock up a few miles throughout the lines and 56 and change. The question mark for this one, I'd like him better if he was on the weekly rotation, but it's been a few weeks between starts here for the 1 Stonebridge Glee. But we've seen Daryl put his trotters in play this evening when they've mined their manners, and this one could find a spot up close and surprise.
Stonebridge Glee, look at that July 4th. Made an early break, was 12 lengths back at the quarter, and yet came on to win. And Daryl Thiessen driving. So Stonebridge Glee, we know it's in there, 5-1. Number 2, Daphne Swan, Jason Ryan for Pam Forkey. Winless in 12 this year. And, Daphne Swan is one that has a bit of gate speed. Used it last time out, but wasn't able to continue on and still was beaten less than 4.
Yeah, we're starting to see some Swan for all trotters coming up from south of the border. I know there was a ton of them down around Hoosier Park a few years back, but this Daphne Swan, pretty good check getter. Just the runner-up finish is the only showing in the top 3 this season, and just hoping we can get a piece of this one. And another one where the price is right, 12-1.
Back when we were talking about the pick 5, back when it actually mattered, of course, that ended as soon as the first race started. All-Star Angel is the one that I used here in this 5th race, all alone with All-Star Angel. And, Austin Sorry, Rachel Andrew, this one's only got 1 win in 11 starts, winless this year. But there's some positives as you glance down the page.
Oh, sure. You can get aboard this one and maybe find a way into the superfecta. I'm not sure why the action is not on my 7 yet. I just don't get it. The action is all on this 6, Wondrous Blue Chip for Luke Blay. It's just a big question mark for me. Why no action on the 7?
We should take a look at Wondrous Blue Chip, one that neither of us used. This is one that made a break last time out, but you go to the 2 previous starts, winner Gagnon.
Yeah, pretty good there for him a few starts ago, but the break in the last start and then pulling up did not finish and then has to qualify, and right now a favorite. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's been off about 5 weeks. That's the reason why I left this one out, but also a $205,000 yearling purchase. a 3-year-old that has 4 wins in 21 starts, but he's the one that's had some issues. We'll see, but Paul got both of those driving wins on Wondrous Blue Chip for Luke back in July here. Number 8, Charmbro Gem, should mention trailer post 21-1. What did he do wrong at Hanover last race?
Oh, nothing at all. It was a winner, right? And could find the way into the high five here. I mean, from the trailing spot as well, following out a pretty good trotter, Gary.
Yeah, you might look at the time and say 2:05 and 2. Well, he won by almost 9 lengths. What, should he have gone faster?
Right.
It's and by the way, trailer post Charmbro Gem, if you're looking at it, might be able to follow out some inside speed, although I don't see a ton of inside speed. It's a field of 8, Stonebridge Glee, Daphne Swan on the inside, All-Star Angel, Kayla's in charge, and Wise Queen Beth in the center, the outside Wondrous Blue Chip and Royal Life, and the second tier goes to Charmbro Gem. Field for race number 5 is at the start of the rough, and Royal Life is rolling on the outside. Daphne Swan, Stonebridge Glee, and Kayla's in charge, and then All-Star Angel as the field works their way on to the opening quarter. Royal Life at 11-1. Daphne Swan is second. Wondrous Blue Chip went off stride. Stonebridge Glee is third, but has popped to the outside right now, and Stonebridge Glee is moving up on the outside. Stonebridge Glee, 28-1 opening quarter, and Royal Life on the inside. Stonebridge Glee is coming. Stonebridge Glee wants to come up and lead the choir on past us, and Royal Life is second. Daphne Swan is third. All-Star Angel is racing fourth, and then Charmbro Gem and YS Queen Beth, and then back to Kayla's in charge. The field works their way up towards the half of a 28-1 opening quarter. Stonebridge Glee at 4-1's got the lead. Royal Life is racing the pocket. Daphne Swan is third, and then All-Star Angel fourth in front of Charmbro Gem, 57-2 halftime. Wise Queen Beth is racing second last, and Kayla's in charge is further back, but they race on to 3/4. Stonebridge Glee leading at 4-1 still for Daryl Thiessen. Now popping out. All-Star Angel is moving up. Fourth now has come up to third and is looking to try to take second from Royal Life as they race on by 3/4, and that is Stonebridge Glee. All-Star Angel on the outside is coming quickly. Then Royal Life is third. YS Queen Beth is racing fourth, and then Kayla's in charge is kicking in late, has come from last to move up. Then Daphne Swan and Charmbro Gem and their Fando. 3 or 4 wide. They come on down the stretch drive trying to collar Stonebridge Glee. And now YS Queen Beth, and on the inside All-Star Angel. Stonebridge Glee and YS Queen Beth. And close at the finish, but it is Stonebridge Glee who did hold on. YS Queen Beth, and then Kayla's in charge, and All-Star Angel. Stonebridge Glee, 4-1 on the board. Victorious Sugar.
Is a top 2 player and did everything right. Got away cleanly. He's a really nice, and that was a really good spot for him. I mean, he's faced a lot of really nice trotters early in the 2025 season, and
3 or 4
you know what?
wide,
Great to see him get the win. 157-4. Not quite a lifetime best, but just a nice heart-building win for this trotter.
Yeah, and there's, you see YS Queen Beth. Some of the ones that were back early came up nicely, the 5 and the 4. Yeah, and, actually, Royal Life raced well, but did a bit of work early.
I thought he was going to be all right in there. Showed that early speed. We thought he would, but had a great trip, too, just empty on the end.
Yeah, it's a 1-5-4-3 top 4. I didn't see who was fifth at Super High 5, but that'll pop up in just a second. And, All-Star Angel, just a fringe player. You said that used this one for fourth and, finished fourth.
Yeah, I think it's the one on top, and I think it's the 2, 3, 4, and 5 underneath. Not sure what the order was. There it is right there. You've got some pretty nice prices behind Stonebridge Glee, including that 2-horse, Daphne Swan. who stayed on to be fifth in the high five at 20 to 1. This price on the high five is going to come back fine.
Yeah. Well, you used the inside five, and that's all you needed to know. But you had to get the order right, and well, Stonebridge Glee, your second one was the one that was best, and it got the job done for Daryl Thiessen. And Stonebridge Glee is a 4-year-old muscle mass bay gelding owned by Ross Ellis of Elmira, Jacob Roberts, the trainer, Daryl Thiessen, Double Barrel Daryl, doubles up here at Grand River on a Friday night. Stonebridge Glee's third win this year, fifth lifetime. The fifth race payouts won. Stonebridge Glee, 1075, 10, and 385. YS Queen Beth, 544.40, and 4 Kayla's in charge, $5. $2 exactor is $62.70. Dollar Drive, $152.70. Dollar High Five, $1,300, $14.95. Dollar Pick 3, $62.80. Dollar Pick 4, $423.55. 20-cent Pick 5, $1,755.35. Fifth race order finish from the top. 15432 That's 15432 on the bottom.
back, folks, and we're set to go through the back half of this program. Race 6 through 9. It's our final four, and we've got the late pick 4 to consider. Scratch down to a field of 5 now here in race number 6, a group of trotters. It's been like Trot Fest tonight, right? We've got trotters right up until race number 8, a pacing finale for that non-jackpot high 5 event in race number 9. Let's bring up some pick 4 ticket ideas. Myself, Gary Guy, and Conley Ecclestone doing our best to map out a winning ticket on a late pick 4 at the river. Let's go. We're on the 1, 3, 5, and 6, starting things up on this pick 4. It's the pop-up series, another event in race number 8, part of this late pick 4 sequence. The 7th race, singling up number 5, Miss Universe. Miss Universe, gate to wire in the latest for Chantel Mitchell, Sam Fillion. Strong combo here in recent weeks at Grand River Raceway. 2, 3, and 5 for me in race number 8. My top selection in there, number 5, Royalty Beer, finds a great spot. Numbers 2 and 3 are going to be my plans B and C there. And deepest of all, race 9, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. 6 deep in the finale, $14.40 on the 20-cent wager. Gary Guy with his late pick 4 will bring that one up as well. What does Gary Guy have to offer up on a late pick 4 at the river? We'll see his ticket here soon, and there it is. More singles. 3 in the opening leg, the Great Reset. Second start back off the layoff. His A game could put him in the winner's circle. If he's ready to roll, he could show up here at 7-2 right now. Race 7 for Gary, he's on the 1. He'll win Corey, as well as 5, Miss Universe. Another single for Gary in this sequence, the pop-up series in race 8, number 5, Royalty Beer. Yeah, we're pretty much on the same page there. We both love the chances for him to get the job done in race number 8. And there is another all button for Gary on the end of it. Any one of 8, says Gary. Race 9, the final leg of the late pick 4, $3.20. Going to need some luck with those singles through the Gary Guy late pick 4 sequence. One more ticket to look at, this one for friend of the show, Conley Ecclestone. Conley, the opening leg, Villafranche, and the 3, the Great Reset. Then over into race 7, he's on 1 and 5. He'll win Corey, Miss Universe. Singles up. Number 5, Royalty Beer, like Gary Guy in race number 8. And we're all going deep in race number 9. We all figure that is the most wide open race on the night. A high 5 finale, non-jackpot, 8 pacers, wide open. Race number 9, $4 even for Conley Ecclestone's late pick 4 ticket based on a 20-cent wager. Best of luck. If you're coming along for the ride or coming up with your own late pick 4 at the river.
Field for the 6th on parade. 1 is Villefranche. Nick Boyd for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman of Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. Number 3 is the Great Reset, Lauren House for Chantel Ruiz. 4 is scratched. Number 5, Made of Magic, Bruce Richardson for Dean Wall. 2 is T. Woodley, Sammy Filia for Jacob Roberts and Triple S Equine. And number 6, Global News, Garrett Rooney for Angela Carroll. Field 5, race number 6, the 4 is scratch. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, Sugar, I'm pitching a shutout just like Shane Bieber of the Blue Jays, so I decided to hop aboard with your pick, and I'm with you on the Great Reset.
Well, we kind of like the 3, but we kind of like the 5 too. I mean, this is not the easiest spot for 3, the Great Reset.
I wrote your numbers down wrong. You're okay. What's your top
no worries, no worries. I got a 5. I got a 5, 1, 3, 6 here.
Okay, well, then that makes sense because there's no reason why you should be with me tonight because my stuff is garbage. So 5, Made of Magic. Tell me the story about Made of Magic.
Well, tell me, is there a driver change? That looks like Blair Burgess on him. He might just be out for the warm-up.
Just 1 second. Will you talk about this horse and I'll find out for you?
Sure, sounds good. Made of Magic. He's kind of fitting in well here. I mean, he was a dead heat winner, 2 back, when on the lead all the way, just matching strides on the end of it for April Duford. And then the next start out, tried to go downtown again and was second best there to Classy Guy. So Made of Magic, the form is pretty good and definitely one to consider here. There's a Bruce Richardson on board at number 5, Made of Magic. So yes, indeed, Bruce Richardson will be driving the 5 horse here. I was sure that wasn't the 5 Made of Magic that we had in the monitors there earlier, but that's him now. I think we had a different horse on there.
Yeah, well, a later race, but you know what? At least we got to look at that. But you know what? Maybe we'll get an extra look at Made of Magic back in the winner's circle, and that'll make up for the missing time, the TV time that he that he got stolen from him.
Bruce is a good fit for this horse, I believe, because this horse likes to be on the lead, on or near it, and gets a great post to work with. I mean, he just a little shy. In the late going last time out to just miss by a half length, but the form is pretty good. I think is a must play.
Big earner last season also, so earned 2,000 a start. Not as good this year, but better of late, so maybe things are coming now for Made of Magic. Number 1, Villefranche, is one that comes in from Kawartha, a preferred classic Kawartha. I don't really know how to handicap in terms of how that fits in terms of this class here.
Well, I'll tell you what. For me, 56-1 trotting mile over Kawartha Downs is a big, big trip. I mean, I would say good enough to do 55 over the river. If you can do 56 at the Kawartha, I've never been there, but I've never seen too many quick miles over that track.
Well, I've been there. Called up races maybe about 3 or 4 times, and that was probably enough for them to decide, okay, you don't need to come back. We've heard your act. That's good. And look, the one thing with the Villefranche is 53-3 at Mohawk, just 2 starts back. So we know that this is one that can trot up a storm, a veteran mare that's got tons of back class. I went with number 3, the Great Reset on top. Not having a great night, pitching a shutout, but you know what? The Great Reset. This is one that, you've seen this one race pretty darn well with some tough company in the past.
Oh, big time. He's our track record holder in London. No horse has trotted a quicker mile than him, and that's his life best. You see it in his program page there, 155-3, did it May of 2024. Jason Ryan was on board for that one for the injured Lauren House at the time. But Lauren is doing fine. The Great Reset is fresh, and anything close to his A game could put him in the winner's circle.
Well, and look, he missed a bit chunk of time before that last start off from the end of May to the middle of August, and now comes back on a
Yeah,
much better rotation. That's the reason why I went to the Great Reset. And also, post 9
sure.
at Sarnia, I could dismiss that. This is actually one that made up a lot of ground. So I'm just all in with the Great Reset. And one more to get a look at is number 2, is number 6, Global News.
Yeah, she got some pretty good form throughout the lines. Preferred 3 company at Sarnia. Um, she's best here, I think, if Garrett can follow a helmet. And you know what? I've seen her run a little hot prior to the race. She looks pretty good there right now. She's not grabbing on big time, which is probably a good sign for her.
Well, it's a field of 5 for the 6th race, and well, you're on Made of Magic, and I'm on the Great Reset. Field of 5 into the backstretch, gathering speed approaching the start. Field for race number 6. At the start of the rough, and Made of Magic is going to get out alertly. Made of Magic, the Great Reset, and Villafrance on the inside. Villafrance is second. The Great Reset is racing on the outside third, but is, going to get urging to drive on. Didn't want to back into the 3-hole, and is going to press on. He's got his nose sticking out, and he wants to find the front as they race their way on up towards the opening quarter. The Great Reset against Made of Magic, and then Villafrance and T. Woodley and Global News, and they race on past the opening quarter, 27-3. The Great Reset leads, and now coming back around will be Made of Magic. Made of Magic wants to clear before they get to the turn. Made of Magic is going to drive up, and now Made of Magic is back on top of the Great Reset, filling the pocket position of a 27-3 opening quarter off stride. Villafrance, so racing third now is T. Woodley, and Global News is fourth. 57 flat halftime. Made of Magic at 5-1. The Great Reset is 5-2, and then T. Woodley and Global News now is going to orbit up and to try to make some news. Global News is coming on gamely and is firing on the outside, has moved up to take over second, and is in pursuit of Made of Magic with a Great Reset racing third. Then T. Woodley and Villafrance trying to make a recovery. They race by 3/4 off a half of 57, and Global News and Made of Magic, they're dueling, and the Great Reset comes off the pylons now and is going to follow Global News, who's come on to get the lead. Global News, the Great Reset, and Made of Magic as the field turns for home. Global News and Garrett Rooney. The Great Reset, though, is looming and now is going to be set out, but digging in. Global News is game. Global News and the Great Reset. Global News, the news is in. Global News is a winner. The Great Reset second. Then Made of Magic and T. Woodley. 156-3. Global News. Boy, I was expecting maybe the Great Reset was going to close as they got to the top of the stretch. Well, that was wrong because Global News just was able to drive away.
Yeah, she was really good tonight. Went right to her life best that she took recently on the 5/8 track at Sarnia. Anytime I've seen her in London, she runs very hot prior to a race. I mean, I've seen Garrett fighting like in a match with her prior to a race. He's been straight back on her because she's, like I said, she can run a little hot before a race. She looked great going on in behind the gate. I made a remark about it. I thought she'd be all right. I didn't see a big win like this. Like, she won quite easy, Gary.
Yeah, and not really needing any urging, just and even if you watched Garrett pull this one up, still had a bit of a snug hold. Might have wanted to keep on going.
Yeah, when the horse gets confidence, right, they know what it's like to win, and now she's got 3 of them in her last 4, and I think that's what it's all about. That's why he had a hard time pulling her up. She just she's so full of herself right now. Wonderful to see. Right back to her life best of 156-3.
Yeah, and the Great Reset got used a little bit going to the quarter. Lauren was maybe going to back into the 3 spot and then decided to drive on and tackle Made of Magic, and then just spent a little bit of energy there working pretty hard at the quarter.
Yeah, he kind of aired that one out tonight, but I like that move because this is a really nice trotter that Lauren has. I mean, like I said, track record holder in London. That's a great second start back off the layoff. Um, you'll keep seeing him get better in the weeks ahead. I mean, nice and fresh, right? And the five made a magic, a good account of himself to stay on for third.
Well, it is a 6-3-5-2. The shutout is intact as Global News gets the win here. Pitching a shutout on the evening, Sugar.
Come on, Gary.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just doing my Shane Bieber. He's got a shutout going also. It's number 6, Global News. 6-year-old Archangel Bay mare, owned and trained by Angela Carroll. Garrett Rooney, the winning driver. 5th win this season. 22nd lifetime. Global News. 156-3. Sixth race. Number 6, Global News, 1590, 720, 320. 3, The Great Reset, 360, 240. 5, Made of Magic, $3. $2 Exactor, 57.70. Dollar Try, 92.85. Dollar Super, $194.20. Super, 38.80. Sixth race order finish from the top. 542, scratch 3-1. That's 542, scratch 3-1 on the bottom.
Winbank Farm of Ontario is home to outstanding sires, including a three-time millionaire pacer tattoo artist who is new in 2025, the last great son of the legendary Sub Beach Somewhere and multiple stakes champion Beachglass, Meadowlands Pace and Ontario Sire Stakes champion Lawless Shadow, and the richest pacing stallion in all of harness racing history, the great Hall of Famer Mick Wicked. Also standing at Winbank Farm, Archangel, Better Than Cheddar, Betting Line, My MVP, and Trixton. For more information, visit Winbank
Fans
Farm.
note in race number 9, scratched is 1 Volcanic. Race 9, scratch 1 Volcanic. Field for the 7th on Post Parade. 1 is Hillwin Corey, Austin Sorry for Sean Stacy and Glengate Farms. Number 2 is Gone with the Wine, Blair Burgess for Burgess Racing and Jeremy Kratz and James Walker. Number 3 is Beto, Daryl Thiessen for Steve Bossons and Stuart McQueen. 4 is Delio, Damien McClellan for Robert Kyle Fellows and Out of the Park Stable. And number 5 is Miss Universe, Sam Filia for Chantel Mitchell and Flo Goslin and Mitchell DiCenzo. Number 6, Just Fabulous, Anthony Hahn for Shane Weber and Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. And number 7 is Royal Mead, Jason Ryan for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Let's get a look at this field, and well, we're going to start with number 5, Miss Universe, Sammy Filia, Chantel Mitchell. Last time out here, went to the front and said, yeah, I got this covered. Won by 2 lengths.
Yeah, did it quite easy at the river. The next time out over Georgian Downs in a Prospect Series race, made a break in the early going and lost every chance. So, actually, I was looking at the 6 there. Sorry, Just Fabulous. So there we go back to Miss Universe's line. Yeah, she's clean all the way through, gate to wire, just like that. And could probably do it again here this evening, Gary.
Certainly can get off the gate last time out and then just had things all her own way. Muscle mass filly that looks kind of chunky, very muscled up.
Yeah, muscle mass certainly stamps his prodigy here. And you know what? Trainer Chantel Mitchell, she's having a great run over the last month or so, and this horse looks fantastic.
And muscle mass fillies, they just look large. I mean, they don't look like fillies. And number 1, Hillwin Corey. This is a 2-year-old against a 3-year-old, and you know what? I didn't get the memo. And there's one that does look very much like a 2-year-old, little leggy and a little thinner. But you know what? Last time out, didn't race badly here.
Not at all. I mean, I went back and checked his replay before tonight, and strong showing. I mean, he's sitting 4th at the quarter. Austin felt he was good enough to make a move, and he moved. And then he was able to find a pocket ride up near the half. So he trotted probably 30 through that second quarter, and then he's got some pretty good back quarters there in the final half. This is a really nice 2-year-old. If Austin can find a way to find a spot up close again, I mean, I don't think there's a big gate blast to him, but again, this is a very nice trotter. Well managed thus far with 2 runner-up finishes. A win would not surprise me.
Austin, sorry, Sean Stacy, the 2-year-old trying to take down the 3-year-old Muscle Mass, and you get 3-1. The odds were a little higher. The money's coming a little bit, but Miss Universe is 3-5. Number is 6, Just Fabulous. Well, you looked at this one earlier, and you saw that August the 8th was in good company, good shape, and then let 3 get by. Next time out, though, went to Georgian, and well, I told you that August 19th, that's the race that I would just, anything that happened that day, just pretend it didn't happen.
It was sort of like a Monday for horses, right? Just didn't. Some horses just didn't like the conditions, and I understand it. I mean, anytime there's some wind and rain involved, I mean, some horses can battle through it, but others ain't going to happen. But this 6, Just Fabulous. Again, I've got a big line through that latest start because every other start before that, great check getter, all clean lines, free of X's. So this one gets a big shot here.
Yeah, and that's pretty late in the program, the 7th, because the card only went 8 and got the last 2 races got canceled.
Wow. Yeah, this here Muscle Mass filly, I think she can get off the car pretty good, and Anthony Hahn just wants to get her away cleanly, right? Because he doesn't want to. Well, she might get forgiven for that last break. Maybe she gets a Even if she was to break tonight, I don't think she'd have to qualify because a lot of times on sloppy tracks they'll give them that.
And 3 Albedo made a break last time out here. Prospect Series and Scratch Vet sick next time out. So question marks on Albedo, but also you do see some flashes. A second up at Hanover, July the 26th.
Yeah, lots of question marks with the three. No question marks about the trainer, though. Steve Boston gets along great with his trotters, and this is a 2-year-old colt son of Trixton. Daryl Thiessen staying on to drive. Has clean lines, right? Just what to expect after the sickness.
Well, Miss Universe, the fans are expecting this one to be sharp, 4-5, but I took a shot on the 2-year-old on the inside, Hillwin Corey at 5-2. And Hillwin Corey and Gone with the Wine in the center, Albedo, Delio, and Miss Universe, and to the outside, Just Fabulous and Royal Me. It's a field of 7, race number 7. The field for the 7th race, nearing the start. And the field for the 7th race is at the start and they're off, and driving out quickly, Miss Universe and Just Fabulous, the top two. Hillwin Corey on the inside is racing position 3rd. Then Gone with the Wine and Royal Me and D.A. Adelio, and Albedo's trailing the field. Miss Universe is 1-2 on the board and has the lead as they race up to the opening quarter. Just Fabulous is racing position 2nd. Hillwin Corey and Gone with the Wine, those your first 4 as they race off the turn, 29-second opening quarter. And right now, Miss Universe is freewheeling on top. Leads at a couple of lengths over Just Fabulous. Hillwin Corey 3rd, then Gone with the Wine and Royal Me and D.A. Adelio. Off at 29, quarter of the field heads up towards the half. Miss Universe and Sammy just coasting along on the lead. Advantage is stretched out to 3 now. Just Fabulous. Hillwin Corey is going to press to the outside now and try to mount a rally. 59-3 halftime. Gone with the Wine is racing on the outside 4th, and then Royal Me and D.A. Adelio. But Miss Universe is unconcerned right now as they race their way on towards 3/4, and Hillwin Corey is racing 2nd. Just Fabulous is 3rd. They race their way by the 3/4, and Miss Universe is trotting strongly. Hillwin Corey is tucked in on the inside, but still about 2 1/4 back. And 3rd, Just Fabulous is dropping back. Battle on for 4th between Gone with the Wine and Royal Me is taken 4th as Gone with the Wine is dropping back. The field turns for home off 3/4, 129-1. Miss Universe, Hillwin Corey looking for the upset, but Miss Universe continues on. Miss Universe, one little tap on the wheel disc and drives on. Miss Universe to win by 2 1/4. Hillwin Corey, Just Fabulous and Royal Me, 159-2. Miss Universe, that was kind of just a walk in the park, Sugar.
516. Never found the 4th one, but yeah, Miss Universe off her latest victory. She would be good to go once again tonight. 159-2. Doesn't quite send her home with a new speed badge, but all you want to do is get through the race cleanly and go home with a victory and rest up for next time. Nice effort by the 2-year-old colt, Hillwin Corey. It's another deuce. So 3 starts for that one, 3 runner-up finishes, and yeah, nothing wrong with the front 2 at all there.
Yeah, and if you had any thought that there was going to be a challenge, and then Sammy just slapped the wheel disc and the horse just heard that and said, oh okay, oh, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, there was no beating this one tonight. I mean, Hillwin Corey, he thought about challenging top of the stretch, but again, they weren't beating this filly. Nice deuce for the colt. The 6 stayed on for 3, and then you got the longest shot on the board, rounding out a superfecta.
Well, and Look, it's just one of those races where I took a shot trying to beat a horse that probably wasn't beatable, and that's just, But what did I tell you before about 1 to 2? If you miss on a 1 to 2 horse, yeah, don't worry about it. They're like buses. Another one will be coming by in 20
You're
minutes.
right, and you know what? You got to take shots here and there. It's just
Just a shot that wasn't going to happen.
well, 2-year-old against the older horses. I haven't seen many of them win this meet, Grand River. There might be two, maybe three of them, but it's a tall ask for a 2-year-old to beat an older horse.
Yeah, you tried that a while back and it didn't work out, and you learned, but
Nope,
I haven't learned yet. I'm working on it.
we're still learning.
5167 back in front of us is number 5 Miss Universe. 3-year-old Muscle Mass Bay filling by Flo Goslin and Mitchell DiCenzo. Chantel Mitchell, the trainer. Sammy filling out the winning driver, Miss Universe. Second win in 5 starts, Miss Universe, 159 and 2. Seventh race payout, 5 Miss Universe, $3 to 40 to 10. 1 Hill Win Corey, 330 to 36. Just Fabulous, 270. $2 exactor, 640. Dollar try, 705. Dollar super, 69.70. 20-cent super, 13.94. Seventh race order finish in the top 2576134. That's 2576134 in the bottom.
Winback Farm of Ontario is home to outstanding sires, including a three-time millionaire pacer tattoo artist who is new in 2025, the last great son of the legendary Sub Beach Somewhere and multiple stakes champion Beachglass, Meadowlands Pace and Ontario Sire Stakes champion Lawless Shadow, and the richest pacing stallion in all of harness racing history, the great Hall of Famer Mick Wicked. Also standing at Winback Farm, Archangel, Better Than Cheddar, Betting Line, My MVP, and Trixton. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
field on post parade for the 8th. 1, Twinbee Archie, Anthony Hahn for Gabby Sasso and Jeffrey Korchesny, and Michelle McEnany and Mart West Racing. Number 2 is Malone, Nick Boyd for Mark Goddard, and Howard Kaufman of Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. 3 is Valuable Miss, Austin Sorr for Kyle Bossons and William Pendleton and Trevor Henry stable. 4 is Lockdown Romeo, Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. 5 is Royalty Beer, Sammy Filia for Jeff McGuire. 6, the Pinball Wizard, Daryl Cheeson for Yvette Gallant and Ivan Gallant. And 7, Downstairs Party, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Well, let's get a look at this field, and we absolutely have to start with 5, Royalty Beer. I think he towers over this field, Sugar.
3 to 5 now. Would not be surprised to see him go behind the gate at 1 to 5 or even that 1 to 9 price. I mean, this is an easy spot for him. It's a pop-up series, of course, but he's a top-class trotter, a preferred type, right? We had him in London. He's a great winter horse. So he was able to freshen up a bit through the month of July, missing about a month between the start onto a regional race where he won quite easy in 59-4, and then he came back to win a qualifier over Woodbine Mohawk Park where he flashed some 27-2 speed on the end of it. So this is a really nice trotter, easy spot, going to be a heavy favorite come post time.
Made 167,000 last year, and it's got 81,000 this year. It's been kind of traveling around, been at Three Rivers, and now comes back into Ontario and qualified August the 22nd. And, threw in a 27-2 final quarter in the qualifier just to say, by the way, I think I'm ready to rock and roll. Number 3, Valuable Miss, is one that, nothing wrong with that effort last time out. A winner, and comes in with some overall good recent form. The record on the season's not great, but recently better.
Yeah, exactly. I've liked her last few starts because the form, right? It's coming around finally in her 2025 season. She rode along up close, made a solid move up around 3/4, was able to hold on. 55-2 speed, not quite a lifetime best, but you know what? For a young mare, almost banking $300,000 career earnings. Number 3, Valuable Miss has a license to grab a big share here.
Went back to the paddock, so that's why you weren't seeing this one. And Valuable Miss. Number 2, Malone. Well, this is one that, showing some pretty fine, good form of late in a preferred classic worth the last race. And overall, Malone's good form.
Pretty good form indeed. Does have some early speed to work with. Lots of 56, 57, 58 speed over Kawartha Down. So for me, should be able to drop a mile over easily in 56. Malone, son of a explosive here. A pretty good record this season, 14 for 27, so batting better than 50% for top 3 finishes.
We'll get to number 4, Lockdown Romeo, and this is one that, hasn't been able to lock it down early. You see 3 breaks early in miles starting since July the 4th, so first order business is to stay flat. Only 1 win in the past 60, but at least is one you can use further down on the ticket. Was third beaten just ahead here just 2 races ago.
When he does not break, checks most every time. So he's a very usable horse in here. Like you mentioned, he's just got to stay flat. He's got to mind his manners getting off the car, because that's where it appears his breaks happen in behind the gate or around the start.
And, Twinbee Archie is one that on the inside I kind of thought maybe would get a little more love than 14-1. But boy, you haven't seen much in the way of form of late for Twinbee Archie. This is one that you do see last year made had a decent season overall and did take a mark of 55 at Mohawk, but it's just not happening this year.
There's a ton of backlash though for Twinbee Archie. $800,000 in career earnings. He's a son of Archangel. He's got us quite excited, actually, Gary, for our London Classic Yearling sale. There's a King of the North sister to this Twinbee Archie. So here you have an $800,000 earner. You got a first crop of King of the North, who's a fine-looking animal. And again, we're quite excited to see that filly in the ring. We saw her at Twinbrook Farms on a visit weeks ago, and she's got us quite excited.
Well, certainly, maybe just could be suffering a little bit from age, but only a 6-year-old, all that class. But Twinbee Archie, just this year, it's just not happening at all. But certainly has been a really good one. And steel to aluminum shoes up front. Maybe Randy Waples would be on this one for this start.
Yeah, looking to quicken them up, Randy might say. Get a little faster with those aluminums on up front. You mentioned Twinbee Archie, only 6, but when there's a horse got 800 grand on his papers and he's only 6, he's trotted a lot of big miles in his lifetime. So maybe it is catching up to him at this point. Like you said, winless this season, a pair of victories last year, but he's done lots.
Well, one thing, he doesn't have to apologize for his season this year because he can just turn around to the connections and say, hey, check my overall paper, buddy.
Yeah, just pull up my numbers and then come back and talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. But 15-1 right now because the recent numbers are not in keeping with that 800,000 plus. We'll see if it could be better here. It's a field of 7 for race number 8. 5 Royalty Beer, 3-5 as expected. It's Twinbee Archie, Malone on the inside, Valuable Miss, Lockdown Romeo, and Royalty Beer. And to the outside, the Pinball Wizard and Downstairs Party. Field of 7 for the 8th race. Field for the 8th race, gathering speed. They're at the start and they're off and getting out well right now. Lockdown Romeo, and then also leaving is Royalty Beer, then Malone, Twinbee Archie, Valuable Miss, and then the Pinball Wizard and Downstairs Party. But Royalty Beer's got the front. Drafting along in the pocket behind Royalty Beer is Malone. Lockdown Romeo, Thou Art third. Twinbee Archie is fourth, and Valuable Miss is fifth, and then the Pinball Wizard and Downstairs Party is back trailing. 27-1 opening quarter. Royalty Beer relaxing along on the lead and racing in front of Malone. And third, Lockdown Romeo. There goes Valuable Miss now to the outside. Twinbee Archie is fifth in the pylons. And then the Pinball Wizard and Downstairs Party. And the field heads their way on up towards the half and off stride when Twinbee Archie. And they race on up to the half. And Royalty Beer 1-9 on the board leads to the half in 56-3. Royalty Beer with a lead of 2.5 lengths. Malone, Valuable Miss, and Lockdown Romeo, and then the Pinball Wizard and Downstairs Party. But Royalty Beer is racing like a 1-9 horse should. On the outside, Valuable Miss has come on and is taken over second. Malone is third. Lockdown Romeo, Downstairs Party, and the Pinball Wizard. And Royalty Beer is getting away on the field. Royalty Beer, it is last call for the field. Royalty Beer is about to turn for home. Valuable Miss and Malone and Lockdown Romeo and Downstairs Party as the field turns on down the stretch drive, and Royalty Beer, it is closing time. Royalty Beer has got this one. Valuable Miss will finish second. Then for third, holding on was Malone, and on the outside, Lockdown Romeo. Royalty Beer 155 and 4. Royalty Beer got to coast around the track and get the winner's share.
Yeah, that looked more like a training mile for money, a paid training mile for Royalty Beer, who just picked up his 30th career victory, and that would be number 12 on the season as he adds Grand River Raceway to his list of tracks that he's won at this season.
Yeah, he's been on kind of on the tour. 12 wins on the season, 30
Yeah,
lifetime, and I kind of thought he towered over this field. That it wasn't just a case where he was the favorite; that he just towered over them is the right terminology. And you see the gap closing. It's only because Royalty Beer has already got the flaps down and coasting to the finish.
that's all it was. I mean, Sammy didn't have to speak to him; he was shutting him down. A 1-9 favorite, right? You can't go any lower than that. I mean, the horse players were really on him because he found a great spot to continue on with his winning ways. It won't be that easy next time.
Yeah, and look, Valuable Miss is the one that you thought was second best. Well, does end up being second best. It's just a case of second best isn't any threat, and that's probably you. Well, look, there's your. If you're going to have 1-9, then how about nail the superfecta, which you did at 5324.
Ice cold. Well, we do have a big price on the end of it there. Lockdown Romeo, 50-1, but they'd all be large prices with a 1-9 favorite in there.
Yeah, 5324. Sugar nails the superfecta straight, and coming back in front of us, Royalty Beer nails the eighth race, a 6-year-old Royalty for Life Bay gelding owned by McGuire Incorporated, along with Jean-Francois McGuire. Jean-Francois is also the trainer. Sammy Filion, the winning driver, 12th win of the year, 30th lifetime, mile of 155 and 4. Eighth race payouts: 5 Royalty Beer, 230, 210, 210, 3 Valuable Miss, 270, 210, 2 Malone, $3, $2 exactor, $310 try, $395 super, $11.20 super, $2.20. Eighth race, sort of finish from the top. 732-4165. That's 732-4165 in the bottom.
Winbank Farm graduates have earned close to $465 million and have won nearly 50,000 times, selling yearlings eligible to Delaware, Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Ontario, and Pennsylvania, producing yearlings from outstanding sires including American Ideal, Bettor's Delight, Cattle Wash, Courtly Choice, Father Patrick, and the Great McWicked. For more information, winbackfarm.com.
field for the ninth on parade. 1 is scratched, and number 2 is Wicked Prince. Austin, sorry for Sean Stacy and Hunt Racing. Number 3, Dance Like a Skipper, Scotty Coulter for Paul Coulter, and Emmett and Avery Longstreet, and Georgia Pierce. Number 4 is Ryan Lentless, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider, Colonel Schneider Jr. 5 is Unlaced, Sammy Filya for Blair Burgess and Corinne Olsen Burgess. And number 6, Better on Ice, Anthony Hunt for Dale Fritz and Edward Aitchison and Michael Sawyer. Number 7, Let's Get Pickled, Damian McClellan for Len Lalonde Jr. and Christina Lalonde. And the parade is Better Than Never, Garrett Rooney for Francis Guillemette and Jean Drapeau. Field of 7 for race number 9. Let's get a look at this field. And we'll start with number 6, Better on Ice. Well, hasn't got a win in the last little while. Last time won here June the 30th, but the last 4 starts, all of them were good, but all of them close. But still overall, if you look at the last 6, 5 out of the last 6 top 3s, including that win June the 30th, Better on Ice might be just a little bit better than this field. Good top pick here, 5-1. Be nice to lock in that price.
Yeah, I mean, he's been right there. 5 of his last 6. Like you said, the price is right. I mean, he's a number 6 in a harness racing finale. He's got everything pointing towards a victory here.
Does it count if he's scoring at a post 5, though? Does that count?
Not at all. Number 6.
Okay, just thought I'd see what the rationale is. I think that's...
No, got to have a 6 on the saddle clock, Gary.
Yeah. I think that's a load of hooey. But no, whatever. Like, I didn't give an opinion, did I?
I've been tracking it for years, man.
Yeah, well, hooey. How about number 2, Wicked Prince, one that was a winner here August the 15th, and then tried Mohawk last race. Did race in 52-4. Problem is the race went in 51-3.
Yeah, getting kind of snug last time out, but the start before that, he was able to take down Better on Ice in the late going. They were finishing first and second within a half length of each other. 3-5 status. Now, we really like his chances. Not a big fan of that price, though.
You'd think people wouldn't be betting him as much, considering that 6 is always the number that wins in the last race. Everybody knows that, right?
Well, that's what I've been tracking for years, man.
Just yanking your chain a little bit more.
Right.
Number 3, Dance Like a Skipper, because it's so much fun. 2 wins and, last time out, trailer post 6th. But certainly you see those 3 wins in the last 5 starts. Dance Like a Skipper is one that certainly could dance for Scotty Coulter here. Paul Coulter. I've liked this one. I love 7-1 on Dance Like a Skipper. And you know what? That's my top pick.
There you go. Well, you might be onto something. I mean, I love horses coming back with their nose on gate after previously leaving from the trailing spot where it appears this one just couldn't find his way into it. So he's probably going to be racing along up close here. Nose going back on gate versus the trailing spot. Big angle.
Well, I got off the schneid last race with Royalty Beer. Of course, everybody could find Royalty Beer.
Everybody did.
I think this one here, Dance Like a Skipper, I would love to get 7-1. We both have a couple of price horses because Wicked Prince is getting all the money. And, how about number 8, Better Than Never? This one's been racing well, and you do see a trailer post from off the pace to finish second. 11 out of 19 in the top 2 on the year, 13-1.
Yeah, a light driving schedule this evening for Garrett Rooney. We saw him win with Angie Carroll's Global News, so wonderful to see as he's still a little over 15 victories away from career driving win number 2,000. So we'll look for that to happen maybe in the next few weeks. But outside looking in here with Better Than Never, but for sure worth a look for the high five play.
Yeah, there could be a little bit of speed, early speed in this one. Better on Ice, even from post 5, is probably going to be blasting. And Wicked Prince, I think, leaves. And there's a few that might fire. But Still it's just a bit of work to do because I don't think Better Than Ever last time out had post one and got away sixth.
Yeah, Better Than Never. It's kind of a funny horse. Sometimes he can show some early speed. Other times there's a little interest. So I think Garrett's best shot is just to take back. And, the worst, he's going to be sitting right at seventh. Any kind of hot early pace sets it up for him.
There's number 5, Unlaced, Sammy Filya, Blair Burgess. We saw this one in the post parade a few races back by mistake, and Unlaced.
That's the one.
Yeah, well, what the heck. But Unlaced, this has been just a fringe player of late, but you get a hot Sammy Filya. Sammy's just been racking up the wins, and he is our leading driver here this meet.
Yeah, it's been finishing fourth and fifth in each of his latest two at Grand River Raceway. He's a wonderful check getter. Doesn't hit the top three all that much, but another one you'd have to think about putting into your high five play. There's still time.
Well, your top pick is number 6, Better on Ice, and my top one is 3, Dance Like a Skipper. We'll see if Better on Ice gets the job done from
more thing, Gary.
Being a number 6. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Huey.
Heavy early action came for the 7, Let's Get Pickled. Something to think about.
There you go. Well, we'll see if Let's Get Pickled can belly up to the bar here and win. Has 3 wins. Look, it is one with 17 top 3s and 30 starts, so Let's Get Pickled.
Let's go.
But number 6, Better on Ice. We'll see if the 6 wins here in the last race, and then we have to hear more from you about that trend. Huey. Field of 7 for race number 9. They're at the start and they're off, and Better on Ice is going to blast out Let's Get Pickled and Wicked Prince and Dance Like a Skipper. Better Than Never, Relentless, and Unlaced. But right now, Better on Ice is better than the field. 5-2 on the board. Wicked Prince is second. Let's Get Pickled is still driving on the outside, and Dance Like a Skipper is racing third. And now Let's Get Pickled is going to take back and get over to the pylons, and then it is Better Than Never, Relentless, and trailing is Unlaced. And now here comes Wicked Prince popping out and wanting to grab the lead from Better on Ice, and Dance Like a Skipper third. Opening quarter 27-2. Let's Get Pickled fourth, and then Better Than Never, Unlaced to the outside, and Relentless is trailing the field. And they work their way on up towards the half, and Wicked Prince, 3-5 on the boards, got the lead. Better on Ice is racing second. Let's Get Pickled on the outside now. He is moving up closer. Let's Get Pickled is coming on, and then Better Than Never on the outside. Dance Like a Skipper elected to stay on the inside. The trailing pair, Unlaced and Relentless. Wicked Prince is sharp right now. Leads as they head on to 3/4 off of 56 in 1/2 time. Racing second, Let's Get Pickled. Better on Ice is racing third, and then Better Than Never, Dance Like a Skipper still on the inside, and then it is back to Unlaced and well back Relentless, but it is Wicked Prince who's leading. Better on Ice. Dance Like a Skipper third. 3/4, 124-2. And Wicked Prince as they turn for home. Wicked Prince and Better on Ice as they come on down the stretch drive. Wicked Prince at 3-5. Chasing to the finish is going to win. Better on Ice finishes second. Then Dance Like a Skipper and Unlaced and Relentless. Wicked Prince, the money came for Wicked Prince 3-5. And then Wicked Prince said, yeah, I'm as good as the 3-5 says.
Exactly. I mean, the early action came for 7, Let's Get Pickled, but all the late action was on 2, Wicked Prince. That was the smart money. Winning move at the quarter mile. Austin pulling from the pocket, going to the top, and after that, easy peasy.
Yeah, I normally don't cheer for a 3-5 horse, but I don't know if I could tolerate having a 6 win here in the last race after I told you that I think that's a load of hooey.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Well, he was second best in there. 153, new mark for Wicked Prince. Great to see. That's a pair of wins over the river in his last 2 outings here. And got some prices underneath in the 4th and 5th spot. I think Unlaced was 4th. Longest shot on the board, Relentless, in for 5th in the high 5. So heavy favorites up front, some value way down on the bottom.
Each of us had a different horse in the winter, and they both raced well. Problem is just the winner was a little bit better. Better and Ice was really good. Dance Like a Skipper, third best. But, yeah, Wicked Prince really had it going on. He's kind of full of himself now. He's enjoying himself. I think he's just enjoying beating the 6 Better on Ice.
100%. I mean, a nice happy gallop back for a winner's circle photo. He's full of himself and feeling real good right now. Especially, like I said, going home with a new speed badge. Great to see. That Austin Sorey, Sean, Stacy combination's been showing up quite a bit here in recent weeks.
Yeah, they're getting the job done. Well, talking about showing up, don't be showing up on Monday because there is no race card.
That's right.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Wednesday it is.
Yeah, you can have yourself a fun weekend and enjoy the harness racing action. We'll talk to you next Wednesday night.
Sounds good, Gary.
Back in front of us is number 2, Wicked Prince, a 4-year-old McWicked bay gelding by Hunt Racing, trained by Sean Stacy. Austin Sorey is the winning driver. Second win for Wicked Prince this season. 4th lifetime. Wicked Prince 153 flat. Ninth race payouts to Wicked Prince, 330, 230, 220. 6 Better on Ice, 270, 233. Dance Like a Skipper, 290. $2 exactor, 610. $1 try, 640. $1 high five, 109.50. 20-cent high five, 21.90. $2 double, 450. $1 pick 3, 315. $1 pick 4, 43.70. Ninth race order finish from the top. It's a scratch 1354276. That is scratch 1354276 on the bottom. That concludes the live harness racing program for this Friday evening. Note there's no racing Labor Day Monday here, but we'll be back on Wednesday with a first dash of 6:20 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos.